Hi everybody, welcome to week 2 of the Jesus Hearted Woman online Bible study. This week we're talking about authenticity. The book talked about how Jesus was the real deal, genuine, authentic, in everything that he did. No matter who he was around, he was the same person. It didn't matter if he was talking to the Pharisees or the disciples or the woman at the well or the lepers. He was the same person no matter what, and he didn't treat anybody differently than he did anybody else. Everybody was equally important to him, and that is something that is really important to consider when you talk about the character of Jesus and who he was. If he had not been authentic, it would be very difficult for us to trust the other characteristics of God, the other things about him that we depend so much on, his compassion and his love for us and his power and his grace would all be diminished if we couldn't trust that Jesus was exactly who he said he was. And so the fact that Jesus was so authentic and genuine is incredibly important when it comes to the character of God. So how can we be authentic Jesus-hearted women? The book gave us 3 ways to do that. It talked about sharing our story with others, sharing the messy parts of our lives, and the book goes into some details about when it might be appropriate to do that, because we don't want to share everything with everybody, but there are times when we should share our story. It also talked about being colorful, and that was a really interesting part of the chapter to me. The story that Jody tells about a friend of hers and her ministry is really a great story, and make sure you read that if you haven't. But it talks about just being willing to try new things and think outside the box, and even if it doesn't turn out exactly how you hoped it would, just being willing to take those risks. It also talks about being approachable and relatable. The people around us should be able to come to us and talk to us without feeling like they're going to be rejected or condemned for what's going on in their life. We need to be able to be there for people regardless of their situation. At least we need to try and be somebody who can be a listening ear, and somebody who can pray for them and help them through, in that way, whatever it is that they're going through. So I'm pretty quiet and shy, and being available for the people around me is not always easy for me. It's something that I struggle with, because my preference would just be to go sit in my own little corner of my own little space in my office at work, or even in my house sometimes. I just sometimes want to just kind of sink into myself. And so this week I am going to challenge myself to be more genuine and authentic with those around me, to be more open and available to those who may need someone to talk to not be so afraid of differing opinions and views that I shut people out and don't want to talk to them. So that's what I'm going to do this week. That's my challenge to myself. I hope that you guys will find a way to be more authentic and genuine this week, to practice being authentic and genuine this week. It might be different for different people what that should be, but I pray that you will find a way to put this chapter into action this week. So the verse of the week is posted, the discussion questions are posted, and I will talk to you guys soon in the discussion. Hope you guys have a great week.